Welcome back to Dallas, where the Mavs have a big lead. Rick, throughout this series, you've continued to preach respect for the Lakers, not take anything for granted, not relax. How have you been able to be so relentless?
Well, we got to be a persistent team to have success. Doesn't matter who we're playing. And, to this point, we've been doing it today, but it ain't over yet.
Yeah, these next 12 minutes might be the longest in your coaching career. How do you keep them focused and in the moment?
Well, we've been doing it all year and preaching it all year. Hey, it's 12 minutes is a long time, but I'm going to enjoy it.
Thank you. Enjoy it.
Heather, thank you. Dallas going for its second ever sweep of a best-of-7 series. Good defense by Jason Terry forces the air ball and Dallas ball.
Well, right now, Phil Jackson is staying with the second unit perimeter guys, meaning Blake, Brown, and then Barnes. Hopefully that they can keep in front of the penetrating people and then also get the kick out, get some misses, and hopefully get out on the break. See what they can do. Just don't give up.
Brendan Hayward has to shoot, and he got fouled by Barnes as he went up.
In that first half, Mike, we were talking so much about the bench, meaning, Stojakovic, Terry, and Barea. But Brendan Hayward came in and did a terrific job. He had 6 rebounds in that spell whilst they were accelerating out on the fast break.
This has been tough to watch in the playoffs. Hayward's free throw shooting, and it's a Mavs day when he makes them. He's only 4 of 17 in the playoffs. Miami, Boston, Oklahoma City, Memphis tomorrow on TNT. Boston at home tries to even the series. Oklahoma City doing that on the road. And we note the 8:30 Central starting time for Zach Randolph, who was tardy showing up for the game, only an hour 25 beforehand, getting to the arena. Said some of the flooding issues in the Memphis area may have delayed him. He was there at the end, I know that.
Well, Mike, come on. Anytime you get 21 points and 21 rebounds, I would think that the coaching staff was happy that he was there.
And they sent a car for him to make sure he's there.
Zach was great.
Yeah.
Come on, they were down 16 points. You think about it near the end of the third quarter, and they came storming back. Give Memphis a ton of credit. It was a great team play. Lionel Hollins went to a small unit, and they responded, played excellently, and then definitely Zach was the key guy in the post area to give them credibility for double teaming.
And if that series goes long and Dallas holds on to this lead, about a week of rest for the Mavericks, at least, before hosting game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Barea is short. Look at Hayward chase it down into the lap of Frank Hamblin there, but they say he stepped out, and it will be Laker ball. And Brendan with an apology for the veteran Laker assistant, Frank Hamblin.
I like what Rick Carlisle did. So he's not conceding a thing here and saying, hey, we got this game won. He brought Nowitzki right back in to stay with his 4 guys on his second unit. They only rotate 9 players here.
Lamar Odom drives inside and scores.
Well, Odom, anytime, Mike, that he's taking it off the dribble strong. When he catches it, faces up and goes, he's been able to score the ball or get fouled.
Dirk.
Well, coming into this game, he was 7 for 10 in threes. So you like that part of it. He hasn't forced the thing all day. Plus, he's 93% on the foul line in this series. 56 from the floor. So he has done it at the offensive end all over, and then the 10 boards.
Steve Blake on the miss. Matt Barnes inside the rebound and the basket. And a foul. You saw Dirk, he's had a quiet offensive game, Hubie, with 15 today. They haven't needed him. But look at this. The history of the playoffs. 25 points and 10 rebounds per game average. Bob Pettit, Elgin Baylor, Akeem Olajuwon, and Dirk Nowitzki.
Well, come on, we're talking about, 3 Hall of Fame guys there. And Dirk Nowitzki, we know, will get in there whenever he hangs it up.
The greatest Dallas Maverick ever. Stojakovic. 17 threes. The record by a team in a playoff game is 20 three-pointers.
I've never seen 2 players do it the way that we're seeing it today. Stojakovic is 5 for 5, and Jason Terry is 9 for 10.
Yeah, 14 to 15 for that duo. On the drive, Odom's bumped, and the foul is called on the Mavs. Hubie, I'm thinking here at 9:13, it's 27. The Lakers aren't coming back to win this game. And you start to wonder what's going through Phil Jackson's mind and all the Laker fans. You heard what Magic said at halftime, and John Barry. JB said you got to wonder if there's something going on in that locker room. And those guys are locker room guys. They've lived in those locker rooms, and you never know. But Laker fans are asking that question as well. And it will be a lot of conversation and stories written. ESPNLosAngeles.com will certainly have that. ESPNDallas.com as well. We're going to have a technical foul here, I believe. No, we just have Jason Terry checking out. Beg your pardon. That was the ovation. Officials got together for a second. Jason Terry coming over to the bench with his 32 points, getting a standing ovation. So,
well, Mike, this has just been a classic. If you are a defensive team and you cannot guard their 3 perimeter players off the dribble, you are constantly rotating and double teaming. Your defense is now broken down and at a disadvantage.
Whoa. Odom went to Nowitzki on purpose. Flagrant is called right away by Jason Phillips. Odom was frustrated, and I said I thought there was a T there. There were some words a moment ago.
Yes.
Odom has been short on all of his free throws. As Nowitzki was coming down the court, Odom met him there and came over with a physical and a little bit of an elbow, and let's see what will be called here as the officials get together.
Well, you never want to see anything like this happen, mainly because you're dealing with a franchise player here, and then Odom is still giving a lot of lip right
cursing,
here now.
He's yelling and cursing here at Nowitzki.
And Nowitzki right now, he just has to walk away. Mainly because you are the star for your team. Up until today in the first 3 games. There it is right there. See, that's uncalled for.
I got to tell you something. It's a 27-point game. There is frustration on the Lakers' part, but you also have to lose like a champion. If you are a champion and you are part of a championship team, you have to lose that way too. And that was uncalled for.
Now, this is a situation. I'm glad the referees, like we told you early on, even in that first half, they were not allowing cheap things to happen. They were right on top of the calls. And I like the quick whistle right here. They're not going to allow Odom, and then that is the correct thing to do
in
this game.
They're going to throw him out of the game. Yep.
Put him out. You cannot set a tone for any more things that might happen in any other game throughout the playoffs. This is the correct call. The officials have been positive all day today. They've been on top of every single skirmish that might have happened. Well officiated game here.
So a flagrant 2 is called on Lamar Odom, who is ejected. Nowitzki comes to the line, and to restore order and peace, Ron Artest replaced Odom in the Laker lineup. (96-68). Kids between ages 6 and 12, ask mom and dad. It's Mother's Day, ask mom. Go to NBAHoopTroop.com, enter the shot clock shopping spree. You can win one of 3 VIP trips to New York City, where you and an NBA star will shoot for 24 seconds. Get as much gear as you can. NBAHoopTroop.com. Artest now being physical with Nowitzki, and a foul is called by Scott Foster. Just going to shut this down. And that's, you said it, a great job by these officials here, and just trying their best to keep things calm.
Well, the one thing is you cannot allow a star player who's one of your top players in the NBA, makes the All-NBA first, second, or third team every single year, to get injured in a game that, you're definitely going to lose, and you're getting pounded by short temper.
You're getting embarrassed. You're getting embarrassed.
That's correct.
By 30. 2-time champions. Very sad way for the Phil Jackson coaching resume to end the last line of it. But full credit to Dallas. As you said, the perimeter for Dallas, the shooting, not backing down. Barea, look at that.
Oh, boy.
That is Bynum. He will be ejected, and that's one of the biggest Bush League things I've ever seen. That is terrible. And Barea is injured. And the Mavericks bench is being very cautious as the medical staff looks. The medical staff's out looking at him. They're keeping everybody on the Mavs bench away from Bynum so they don't get anybody coming off the bench in an incident for the next series. Artest walked Bynum to the exit, and he's been thrown out of the game. Fortunately, Barea is getting up. Let's hope he's okay. That's one of the most Bush League